It's week 2 of the NFL, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Colts and the Packers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good...
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup through way too... in that game, definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go. Ready, go.
Play fake. Here's Love. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And Atamiwa Adebawore, the one who got in there for the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Love. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 6. Love, they go play action now. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts heading out for the first time behind their 22-year-old quarterback in his 2nd season now in the NFL, Anthony Richardson.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener, 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
A first carry from a collegiate star here in Wisconsin. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
Leading the league in rushing after week 1, you know he'd love to double down and continue that type of play here in week 2.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for the NFL's catch leader after 1 week, and it's a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass, and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it, and the Packers pick it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at this Packers defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They go play action with Richardson. And he's got Pierce. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. You look at this Packers defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 76 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Love now. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Love looking to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flacco from the gun. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Flacco. Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Throwing. Love. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. To throw now. Here's Love. A short one there, caught by Likely. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Off the play fake, Love. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Carlson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain. They give to Taylor out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's Flacco. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his receiver, Watson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Working out of the gun, Love. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Richardson to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. That complete to Downs. And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They run once more with Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Richardson looking to throw this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 54 yards. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Set, ready.
Again, it's Dillon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that will be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2nd and 9. Now Richardson back to throw it. That's complete to Pierce. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. Richardson looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Powering forward and shedding through the tackle. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Love. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Love. Oh, and that is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a gain of 6, and that will be the final play of this first half. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it is the Jets who have the lead late in the second quarter. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Love from the gun. Steps away to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that 1st down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. As this complete to Woods. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Colts.
Play action. Now Richardson. They'll roll him out right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Richardson. And this one complete to Doolin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Richardson. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Taylor again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them.
Looking for Pearson, he's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And complete once again to Watson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Love with a give to Dillon. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. In motion goes the tight end. Back to Dillon on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. To throw now, here's Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Love, they go play action now. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. By Anthony Richardson, and the offense back out. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A throw on the money there to Doolin. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Richardson to throw. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Here's Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. First target, first catch, and a first down. Throwing. Love. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Love now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Running right, here's Dillon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Love. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Working out of the gun. Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Lloyd. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Dillon up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Colts coming out now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Richardson working from the gun. Complete to Taylor on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Pittman's first catch, good for a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Now Richardson back to throw it. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. From the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15.